Hai and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nia Zulaikha binti Nik Nasrul Ashikin and I am from BA1115D. My matrix number is 2019212806. I'm going to talk about the introduction of the current issue that we choose, which is safety and health in a workplace during pandemic. The Malaysian economy has transformed from an agricultural economy to an industrial-based economy since the early 1980s, when it embarked to be an industrialized country. Since then, the manufacturing sector began to grow rapidly and has become the engine of economic growth in Malaysia. In Malaysia, the manufacturing sector is under the jurisdiction of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, OSHA, and Factory and Machinery Act 1967, FMA, which are enforced by Department of Occupational and Health, DOSH. Legal action is one of the most significant strategies for ensuring workplace safety and health, and thereby preventing accidents and occupational sickness. In Malaysia, the responsibility of care to create a safe and healthy workplace is explicitly stated in the Section 15, Number 1, 1994 of the Occupational Safety and Health Act, OSHA. It is critical to ensure the safety and health of workers, since workplace accidents have a significant impact on the economy, the workers, and their families. Besides OSHA, the Factory and Machinery Act 1967, FMA, also state provision is compulsory for employers in order to ensure the safety, health, and welfare of workers at the workplace.
Next, I want to tell about the problem statement. Firstly, the biggest thing that can be noticed during COVID-19 pandemic is differences in the work environment. This is because majority of workers need to work from home. The situation changed a lot because they need to change their lifestyle from normal working situation into virtual working situation. So, people did not have any problem adapting into this situation. However, employees who were totally new to this virtual working environment must having problem in adapting the situation. They need to study and understand the virtual platforms such as Google Meet, Zoom, and others. Hence, this virtual environment may cause difficulty to employees who were staying at a poor internet connection area. Besides, there is also place that need workers to work physically, such as factories or workshops. The differences that really noticeable is the way they work. Firstly, they are no longer can work close to others workers because the government has already set the standard operating procedure (SOP) that every companies or organization must follow. They also need to wear the personal protective equipment such as face mask, face shield, glove, and others. They also cannot easily touch to each other, and also need to always sanitize their hand after touching something to prevent the virus.
Problem of health and safety in a workplace during pandemic is work from home. On 18 March 2020, Movement Control Order (MCO) was introduced by Malaysian government to combat the spread of COVID-19. Many workers were made to work from home as the order was to close the public and private premises. As a result, the government has recommended for employees to pursue work that can be done at home, such as teaching, meeting, or selling goods online. This method can reduce the rate of infection because they do not have to go out of the house to meet people and be in crowded areas. In addition, this method can also make people more skilled in using technological facilities such as Zoom, Google Meet, Webex, and others online meeting platforms. Second problem is implementing SOP. The government has issued a directive during the COVID-19 outbreak hit in Malaysia. SOP refers to Standard Operating Procedures, guidelines used to ensure the smooth running of the operational activities of a company or organization. The number of daily cases in Malaysia recorded has decreased little by little and made Malaysia stable with the advent of SOP.
Hi, my name is Cikgu Nasar Dato' Ashikim binti Cikgu Zainuddin, and I would like to present about the solution for the problem of safety in a workplace during the pandemic. In Malaysia, the government has issued a standard operating procedure known as SOP for the factory or premise that will operate throughout the COVID-19 as a measure to prevent the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. One of the SOP for reoperating the factory or premise is employees must perform a COVID-19 swab test at their nearby hospital or clinic before they allow to work at their workplace. This can ensure the safety of other employees from being infected by those who are having the symptomatic of getting COVID-19. The employees who are symptomatic of getting COVID-19 should not be allowed work until they have completed the quarantine period set by the Ministry of Health. Other than that, the premise should be provide a body temperature scanning equipment or the thermal scanner. A body temperature measurement by everyone, including all the employees and the customers, should be done daily at the entrance or before entering the premise. For those who are exceed the prescribed body temperature are not allowed to enter the premise to prevent the occurrence of any COVID-19 infection to others. Besides, all the customers and employees are required to wear a face mask. Wearing a face mask is an important preventive measure in preventing the spread of COVID-19. Face masks can be used either to protect healthy people from getting infected or to prevent infected people from infecting others.
Hi, my name is Nurena Batrisha binti Kuskanda, and I'll be discussing about recommendations to overcome the problems. By assisting management in ensuring that employees are properly taught in and implementing organizational safety measures, Human Resource Department play a vital role in the establishment and maintenance of safety procedures and standards. So here is the suggestions of what HR management can do. First is to set up a strict safety policy. The advantages of using this method is it can lower the cost of human cost, and also it can protect the most important assets, which is the employees itself. But the advantages are the policy might be too overly objective and restricted with no room for consideration and ancillary issues, and some of the workers might find it too burdensome to be followed. Next is HR management can conduct regular safety inspections to overcome the issues. This method can prevent incidents and find the source of any current or potential threats. But the weakness are, it is time consuming and the inspection could be done by inexperienced individuals, and this method is vulnerable to human mistake or abuse.
In conclusion, Human Resource Department play a critical role in the establishment and upkeep of safety procedures and standards by assisting management in ensuring that staff are adequately taught in and apply organizational safety measures. The best recommendation we would suggest is HR management should conduct a regular safety inspection. It is because safety audits are comprehensive assessments of present safety programs, techniques, and documentation to determine their quality and effectiveness. The advantages of using this method are HR management can avoid incidents that will happen to employees and can determine the origin of any present or prospective risk. The disadvantages are it will take time for the HR department to inspect all angles available, and the inspections might be performed by unskilled persons, and the procedure is susceptible to human error or misuse.